Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Brian's Life. Now you know that 95% of people, if not more, fail this investment strategy, okay? And I'm going to tell you, I'm so excited to share this with you because it's one of the most important ones to keep in mind. Now you're probably going to really hate me for this after because you're expecting this, okay, what stock do I invest in? But it's not that at all, okay? Invest in yourself. What does that actually mean? Okay? Now stick with me because I'm going to explain what that means. Past, I used to figure working, and I was a workaholic, and I made business deals, and I enjoyed it. And let's before we move on, I still enjoy it. I'm still looking for the side hustles, and I will share a few of them with you that make some money in the future in other videos. You know, money is not corrupt. Money is not evil. Money is not, a thing to avoid, okay? The thing to avoid is the trap, the illusion, the carrot at the end of the stick that you're running for. And here's another real important thing. When you don't invest in yourself, you always change the goal line. You always tell yourself, okay, I'm working towards this, I'm doing this. And as things go on, that goal line keeps moving and moving further away. When do you actually get there? That's the question. And this is why so many people fail, okay? Because they don't invest in themselves. You need to invest in yourself. Now, what does that actually mean? Okay, does it mean going to the spa? What does it mean? It means to really analyze yourself, okay? And this is what's so important, because if you would have told me this years ago, I would have felt, okay, great, the guy's sincere, whatever, but it doesn't relate to my life, I got a path, I got to figure it out. But anytime you are unhappy and you feel you're not where you want to be, you want to try something different. And every time you're in that situation where you think, okay, it's going to get better, or I'm really stuck here, or I hate my job, or I wish I could do this, then you're not investing in yourself. And it's just that simple, okay? And I can clarify this real simple. I didn't take special schools or education for this, okay? I learned the hard way, the very hard way. And that's why I'm excited to share this with you, because it makes a significant difference if you can start doing this at an earlier age, okay? Prime example. If you listen to some other videos, my goal was always to, retire later and have maids for my maids, was the running joke, because I was going to go into the Philippines very, very well off. And that all was taken away, or I can't even say taken away, whatever. However we want to word it, it's gone. That is not going to happen. However, I have been going, and will be going again in the next few weeks to the Philippines, and spending several months there and enjoying my winter there. And it's a beautiful country, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. My point being is I'm there, and I'm not, this is before 65, okay? Years before, so you have to invest in yourself and finding what really truly makes you happy. This is going to be the key. Invest in yourself. Look at what you can do to get there. What is your real end goal? And look at money the right way. Everybody thinks, okay, money is the end all be all. Well, it sure helps, but if you don't have that real goal of inner happiness, you're never going to know when that gets there. It's always going to be an illusion. It's always, I need this, and I need this, and I'll be happy. Okay? And, again, you've probably heard of many multimillionaires that are depressed, okay? You heard of, good CEOs making a fantastic living. We're all thinking, oh man, what's he complaining about? Or he or she, whoever, what are they complaining about when they have that kind of income? Well, they're not investing in themselves, okay? Or they don't know how to, or they don't even know what they really, truly want. So how can I help you doing that? Well, step one is you got to realize really, truly what makes you happy. So for me, for example, I've always said this, what would make me feel super rich is I don't need the big house. I don't need the fancy car. However, that's nothing wrong to have that, or even if I have the money, I would end up getting that. Point being is that a real goal that I need that would really actually make me happy? And what really makes me happy is just exploring different areas in the world, like, and a simple thing, and talking with some friends, sitting at the beach, having a cold beer, if you will, or a glass of wine, or a good meal, or whatever it may be, simple things, So what I always thought would be really, really rich, sitting around with some friends, talking about a place and say, oh, heck, I want to see that place, and going there, okay? That would be considered, I would consider myself filthy rich if I had that freedom, okay? So look at what you want to really obtain. Do you want to spend more time with your family? Do you want to create a family? Do you want to go traveling? Do you want to sit at home? Do you want to write a book? Do you want to do what? It can be dozens and dozens of things. Everything's going to pertain to more what you want. The key is, don't assume right away that you can only get to your goal by reaching some kind of landmark of your income, okay? Sometimes your hobby, your passion could be your income. It can turn you into multimillionaire, okay? We a lot of times get things backwards, when we think, okay, we have to achieve this because the Joneses have this and they look happy, okay? And I'm saying all of this, I was never really materialistic, but I'm going to tell you, I worked hard, so I'd like to reward myself. I'd buy the big TV. I'd buy my boat. I'd have this, my motorcycle, etc. I figured, okay, and I enjoyed them. Don't get me wrong, but I was always okay. No, I can't wait till I retire. I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to then it's over, and I don't have all this stress. I'm not working 24 hours a day, and etc. And I can, So I always assumed I'm not going to enjoy until I get to that point. Invest in yourself and realize you can enjoy this moment right here, right now. And I'm going to tell you, I know you're thinking, what the heck am I talking about? Because I was the most stubborn bugger about that. If I heard that, it would drive me nuts. Enjoy the moment. Okay? Invest in yourself and enjoy the moment. And I'm telling you this right now because it's going to be hard on your body, it's hard on your emotions, it's hard on your mental state of thinking when you're always stressed out. So, steps of doing that, find out what really would make your change transitionable. Again, if you have hobbies that you always think, okay, you know what, when I retire, I'm going to do this, I'm going to, there are a lot of things you can actually turn your hobbies into a fine, decent, great income, okay? And it's never too late. So another thing I want you to keep in mind, and I'd like you to do, if you're really serious about this, do a little bit of research on it and how the brain works, okay? It's always fascinated me, and anything that I'm interested in, I do a lot of research on. It could vary from stocks, it can vary from health, it can vary from, you give me a topic that I'm interested in, I analyze that. If I heard one person saying something, I thought, okay, that can't be true. I research what he said or she said, and I dig deeper into that, and I try to find answers all the way through. What I'm saying here is, you'd be surprised how the brain works in many ways, and we can't get into all that. It would take 100 videos, okay? But quick little example. When you get into your car and wherever you're driving, you don't think about, okay, key in the door or button to unlock or whatever you got to do. You're basically, it's just straightforward, you're in. And sometimes you're driving along, you don't even know how you got there because you've been thinking about other things. So your brain put that in already. It's in, it's done, and it's routine. Your brain is not your best friend. And this is something that is going to be hard to understand. For me it was anyway. It is lazy. It doesn't like you to get out of your comfort zone. It would like to put fear into you. Oh, yeah, I'm not quite ready for this. I can't do this because, this will happen, and this will happen, and this will happen. And I'm a firm believer, getting out of your comfort zone, you'll do wonders. Once you get past that fear. So I'm not saying go quit your job and all. You got to still be rational. You got to think through. But realize, step one is just to realize, are my fears genuine? am I really going to die? Or am I really going to be out? Is it really going to be this bad if I make these steps to change my life? Okay? And I'm going to tell you, when I made the transition, it was not really a choice. It was a medical, like I said, it was, and I don't really like delving into it all because it's negative energy. However, I just want to make it very clear. At that particular point in time, I was very set in my goals where I was at. And if you would have asked me then, okay, make this switch, I was, no, not now. I just need a few more years. Okay, just give me a few more years. Okay, I can do this, I can manipulate that, I can change that. Just give me a few more years. Give me a few more years. That would have been my answer. And I would have felt 100% strong about it. And I'm able, again, I can't stress this enough, I'm already going to the Philippines now. And that was not part of my plan, for another 10 years from now. And I've already been going for 4 or 5 years, okay? So it's hard to come to that realization and understand how bad our own fear is. We think the fear is an outside driven fact when it's internal. And it's kind of a lazy mechanism of our brain to not letting us go out of our comfort zone, okay? And this is something I'm excited to share with you because I would have never believed it, and it's the path I'm on, and it's the path I'm going. And I still got a lot to learn, and I'm going to be making a lot more videos on this, and I'm going to hedge individual topics and how you can overcome them. I'm going to tell you, maybe you can do half and half. Maybe you can start downsizing, taking less hours. Try work a little bit more on your hobbies. There's little cushions you can try to do, but you need to push these things a little bit daily. So these are all little helpful tips that I'm trying to share with everybody, and I'm hoping it really helps, and I'm hoping I can make some kind of connection with some people where it does make some changes. So please feel free to drop a line here. If this is any kind of help, please hit the like button, subscribe, and feel free to leave me a questionnaire. I encourage that. I'd like to engage with people here and help them along, in whatever path we can take. That's going to be a better one in investing in yourself. Okay, it's the most important thing out there. This is only one life, and let's live it at its best. All right, thanks everybody. You have a great day, and everybody take care out there.